Bayern Munich, third favourites to win the Champions League. PSG are the favourites to defend their title and win 3 in a row. Arsenal coming in at second. I don't think any particular surprise there, apart from Liverpool 9-1, but we've had enough of Liverpool.
Wow.
Jan, where do we stand on Bayern, what they've done this summer, and expectations going into the start of the new season?
They got Sabri, the striker from PSV. They took him quite early, which was good for them. The Moroccan striker who did well at the World Cup. Got Brown from Eintracht Frankfurt, putting pressure on Davies. They want to sell Davies, apparently. Problem is, how do you sell a guy with an enormous wage and injury? That is a hard sell. I mean, you can't do a FIFA, you can sell something you don't own, but they have to sell this guy. So the big thing for them now, and we talked about it earlier, is to keep Olise. I somehow got a feeling that the last word is not said in that story. Olise has a long-term contract. There is no clause in his contract, so he has to stay. But I have a funny feeling that something will happen. Imagine you being in that French dressing room, talking to Mbappé every night, and then you come out, yeah, I can play with Brown. I can play with some young kids from Munich. That is no problem. We'll see. We could have a surprise there. The big challenge for Max Eberl at the moment is that he has given all his players unbelievable wages. And he has been told to sell players. And you have to get our squad less expensive, and we need lower numbers. And you saw today, I mean, that team they sent out today, the starting 11 today, a lot of young kids, but it's a part of the philosophy that they want to integrate more players, the Leonard Carl, with Bischoff, that we do know. And then last but not least, the Harry Kane story. Harry Kane has a clause, but he had to activate that in a special date, so he will be there. Now it's a matter of, will they extend his contract for another couple of years to stay in Munich? And you somehow got a feeling that Harry Kane will stay at Bayern with the frequency of goals that he's scoring there, and it seems that he has a good time there.
He can't surely replicate what he did last season, though.
I think he's going to score a bunch of goals.
Why wouldn't he?
Because he's a bit older.
That's it.
Yeah.
Is that all you got?
That's all I got.
He's going to get chances. He's going to get just as many chances.
Yeah.
And there's no reason to think, other than injury, why he wouldn't do it. If he stays fit, then you couldn't bet against on him. Maybe not getting the exact number he's got, but pretty close to it.
I have to say, Bayern Munich, towards the end of last season, they paid the price for not having enough squad depth.
Okay.
And it's a conversation that I think Jan just alluded to there, that you're still concerned about the depth of this team. I think you're willing to accept that from players 1 to 13, 14, Bayern Munich is among the best in Europe. But then you get beyond that and you start running out of options if you're Vincent Kompany. And I think some of that was shown against PSG in that second leg, in which the team seemed to be stuck and they didn't know where to turn. Now, to be fair to Bayern Munich and Vincent Kompany, Serge Gnabry was injured and Leonard Carl had injury concerns as well, and so you kind of run out of options. But it's just two names that I just mentioned, they're out of the picture, and you're kind of going, well, that's it. We're just going to have to ride with these guys that are out on the field. They're also, and if you're making an argument for Bayern Munich, they're also going to get a much better version, allegedly, of Jamal Musiala, who we assume would be fully recovered from his broken leg. And that, I think, is a boost for Bayern Munich. But I still believe that the depth of this team is not quite there as compared to, say, PSG or as compared to Arsenal. And those are the teams that we're talking about at the very top of European football at this point. We imagine that Barcelona will be better. We imagine that Real Madrid will be better. And so then you start questioning, is the window closing for this group of Bayern Munich? And that I think touches on your point. Harry Kane will score a bunch of goals. Will he score enough when Bayern Munich needs those goals the most in Champions League in the latter stages of the competition?
Semi-finalists?
You two have got me changing my mind here. I was just giving Dan the old look about Harry Kane, but you know, Ali's right about 1 to 14. But if Jan's right as well, and they have to sell, and they're going to use young guys, then they're not going to be as good. They're not going to be as dominant. And Harry Kane's not going to get as many chances. So actually, you might have been asking the right question. I was.
Hey, good job, Dan.
I think I've just talked myself into it. Yeah, Harry Kane's not going to score as many goals as he did last year.
Yeah,
for those reasons.
No, Jan, that's fine. I'm right. Moving on.
All right, you're right. Good question. Good question.
Go on, Jan.
No. I just want to say that, I mean, Stevie, you played with some of the best. You played with Ian Rush. You know, when people like that get their service, they will score goals. And he's a very intelligent striker, so he will. And Bayern create a lot of goals. I think when you're alluding to the Champions League semi-finalists, can they go all the way? And we saw the odds there. I think one of the problems, one of the diseases in German football, and we saw that during the World Cup, there's a load of players who are overestimated by us. We think they are, or they think themselves that they are so good. There is a couple of three at Bayern Munich as well that they say in German, they're top-notch player. And when you play against the biggest team in the world, PSG, the Arsenal of this world, Barcelona, Real Madrid, you can count 3, 4, 5, 6 players in their team that are superstars. I don't see that at Bayern. As for Musiala, I think he will be fit from his injury soon, but how long will it take him to get that balance again, that way of playing, that body language that we used to love for Jamal Musiala? So this is going to be a very, very exciting time for him as well. And Leonard Carl was out with injury as well. How long will it take him to come back? So, yeah, but Harry Kane will end up with 40 goals in the league anyway.